When I first came to YouTube, I was doing live streams like every day. And I was talking to the black community, and I was predominantly talking to black men. I was talking about black male accountability and what we need to do to get our communities back together. And I very seldom really talked about women because as a man that came from the streets, I understood that when men are unapologetic about what they want to do and they have a mindset where they're driven on a common goal, we can accomplish anything. But I understood the things that we were doing and destroying our communities. Running around, messing with girls, jumping from bed to bed to bed, dropping our seeds and women without a care in the world, and creating single mother homes. Now, that doesn't let the women off because the women are participators in the things that we do. But this subject right here is about men. And me talking about male accountability. And a lot of times, man, you know, we are giving high fives for how many women we can sleep with. And when you turn around, I had homies with 4 and 5 and 6 baby moms by so many different women. And these women are driving them crazy because it's celebrated being a garden tool in the community or how many women you can handle, right? And it's destructive because a lot of times these guys are not in the home with their kids. They end up being with a girl that they don't have no kids by, spending more time with her children than it is with their own. It's all just backwards within the community. But this video is about Chad Johnson and him getting caught clapping cheeks on tape inside his house with a woman that he's with. Now, mind you, he already has 1,000 kids by different women, right? Now, he has means and money. He's taking care of his children and all those different things, right? But there's thousands of other black men that don't have the means that he has, that don't have the money to be able to take care of their children. And just because he has money don't mean that he's properly in the children's life the way he should. But this is the way he's talking on Nightcap about how he deals with relationships if there's some funny business. Check this out.
A lot of people that are controlling in that certain area.
Nah, hell no.
You know,
no.
dealing with people from your past. Hey, don't be talking to this. Don't be. Listen, you're going to do what you want to do anyway.
Exactly.
You know right from wrong. Now, if you mess up and you get caught up inside no business, I'm not saying nothing to you. I'm just moving accordingly.
Yeah.
You're not hearing me.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying nothing to you.
You ain't gonna say nothing.
I ain't saying nothing. Oh, you move? That's how you moving? Okay, bet. Okay, bet. You got one time. One time. You already have the green light and your freedom to do as you please.
Right.
So if you're moving funny, don't make it a comedy show.
He's saying that he doesn't like women always going through his phone, creeping up on him, not giving him his space. You know, he said he gives the woman carte blanche to do her. But the minute he sees something that goes crazy, I mean, you know, she's out of there. But again, he's a professional athlete, and he likes to run. He likes to run wild, right? He likes to do him. He likes, a lot of times, man, you know, there's an old saying where they say the road to hell is paved with a lot of good intentions. And a lot of times as men, we have a lot of good intentions, but we mess up. Right? We do a lot of backwards, crazy stuff, right? So he gets caught doing this. But y'all remember when he was with Evelyn, was it Evelyn Lozada? And they got married. And he ended up, you know, he got caught cheating or whatever. And remember this happened? Check this.
A wide receiver, Chad Johnson, faces a domestic abuse charge after a violent incident involving his wife. And now it has cost him his job. ABC's John Schifrin has more.
Chad Johnson was released from the Miami Dolphins overnight, just hours after being released from jail on bond. The popular wide receiver, who once changed his name to Ochocino to match the number 85 on his jersey, now charged with headbutting his wife of just over a month, Evelyn Lozada.
Mr. Johnson, you've been charged with battery, domestic violence.
So let me say this to you men out there, right? You know, because in our culture, like I said, in our culture, we're conditioned to go along with how many women we can have is a badge of honor. But with that, we're producing a lot of children that's not being taken care of in the community. And this is where you have this old stupid gender war online with men versus the women versus the men, and everybody's going crazy, right? But the thing is this, right? He was with Evelyn Lozada. They was married for a minute. God, thank you, they didn't have any children. But y'all remember he got in trouble for headbutting her, and he lost. He was on the downside of his career, but he never played in the NFL after that. Like, he lost his whole career after that and dealing with these women. So it's like he has a lot of situations that go on with women that interferes with his life. And I'm telling you, young men, and I know this now, being a grown man as I grow, don't allow a woman's what's between her legs, her box, to be more important than your time, more important than your accomplishments. As men, you should be trying to become the best version of yourself. So when you meet that right woman, she'll be biologically prepared to be on part of your program. You should be trying to level yourself up as a man, understanding what sacrifice and legacy is, not dropping seeds everywhere where you're not mentally prepared to provide sunlight, protection, direction, and correction for the child or that woman. Because like I said, I'm not saying that the woman is innocent, but this topic is not about the women right now. This is about teaching men how to level up and be the best versions of themselves. So he ends up getting caught on tape with in the bed with the woman, right? And she leaves, she comes out and posts this, says, Chad and I are no longer together. Please stop tagging us. He's a free man. So there was another slut bucket, scuzz bucket, that said, okay, cool, I can jump into his DMs. And then she responded by saying that, be careful, you might catch something. But see, I was always told by the OGs in the hood, like, as men, we run around at times and do our thing, but never embarrass your woman, man. Don't embarrass your woman. Don't do things where it's going to go public, where she's going to look stupid to the world. Don't embarrass your woman. Don't bring nothing home. Don't bring no diseases home. Don't have no woman ringing your doorbell, banging on your door where your woman is outside having a fight with this woman because your stupid stuff done let you cheat and bleed over, spill over out into the world. You know, and I was always told that. Don't embarrass. You say you love this woman, then don't embarrass her. Don't embarrass her. So the thing is, you brought another woman allegedly on tape into you and your woman's bed that y'all share. And that's something sacred to a woman. You know, when she say, well, I got this man, he belongs to me, he's mine. He's mine. And then in her mind now is, you're not hers. Because she's sharing you, not with just you out cheating or speculation of you cheating. She's sharing you in her bed where her panties are, her perfumes, her personal belongings, all of the things, all of the memories that she's creating with you. You're bringing another woman into that. Now, even me as a man, that's too far, bro. So she's out on the road or whatever, and you bringing a woman in the home? And y'all bed, you got money. You can't go get a hotel. You can't go do you somewhere on the underground. You got to bring a woman into the home. And a lot of you brothers out there do the same thing. A lot of you brothers out there be living in a woman's home. And while she's at work, you bring a woman in the home. You know how I know that's true? Because I've done it in my past. I've done trifling, stupid stuff like that in my younger years before I grew up. I've done that, right? Staying with a girl and bring a girl into the home. All that foolishness. You guys do it. At some point as men, we have to grow up and get our eyes on the prize and think bigger. Because I'm saying all this to say, because this is not just a Chad Johnson thing. Chad Johnson, regardless whether he's a football player or has money, he's a part of a culture that we come from that's normalized dysfunction. So he has all of these children. He's past 40. And he's still moving as if he's 22 years old, man. Because a lot of us are still man babies. I'm gonna say it again. A lot of us men are still man babies, walking around as children disguised as men. You haven't grown up yet, man. And the scary part is, what I'm telling you guys is, the children are like sponges. They're watching everything that you do. So when your daughter sees you jump from woman to woman to woman to woman, what are you teaching her? When your son sees you jump from man to man to man to man to man, what are you teaching him? What is it that he's seeing that he can emulate? That it's cool to jump from bed to bed to bed and drop my seed of forever into women, right? And don't be in the house with those women, because those children not growing up in the house with you, so you already normalizing them growing up in broken homes. Then you're jumping from women to women to women. So what are you teaching these boys? So when I come online and I start talking about black male accountability, I get flack. The same way when I start talking about black female accountability, I lost half of my women subscribers, because nobody wants to deal with accountability. Casual sex rules the community. It rules the day. And we teach this generational curse On and on and on and on and on to our children, man. And then you want to chastise them when they like Sexy Red and they like all the wild stuff. Now you want to be mad. But look at your lifestyle. They're emulating you. They're emulating you, family. And at some point, we got to do better as black men, man. We got to do better as black men. So this topic was about the brothers. So don't leave no comments in my comment section about women. I go in on women too. But this topic right here is about black male accountability and us doing better to be examples for our children to follow, where people can emulate the positivity that will be good for growth and development, protection, direction, and correction to develop our communities, man. Don't follow this because Chad Johnson still hasn't grown up. So I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.